Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have I Saw a Frog Kissing My Girl with 880 rating versus the Unforgiven with 951 rating. So this is going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. So we're going to see a tie, and then we're going to see the Unforgiven win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, so they get to decide if they want to go first or second this match. And then we can also see 40 versus 40, bless up, gotta love to see it. And then they will choose to go first. Opening hands is Desires, Etelli, Ash, Qinglong, Gamma. So has a few hand traps for going second. Doesn't have any virtual world hand effects though. Will have 3 draws though. Draw for turn and then Desires. And then they have Tiding, World Legacy Guard Dragon, Chaos Space, Lancia, Tiding. So they're not going to get to use the Lancia because it's going to get Chaos Spaced away. But this hand isn't super strong. You kind of just look at it and tell. But it does combo if it doesn't get interrupted. So gonna start off with Chaos Space, discard Lancia, chain Ash Blossom, and then set Tiding Pass. Pretty solid Ash. Draw Shan Wu. Then activate Desires. This is going to go ahead and banish 10. Then let's see what they banish. So we see Driver gone, so Gamma in hand isn't live. There's a whole bunch of virtual world cards. It's just one of each. But it really is one of each though. Except Chuchi. Draw Roshi and Lancia. So this does work. Etelli, bring out Nian. And then Roshi effect, target Nian, that'll send Qinglong and then bring itself out. And then Qinglong effect, go add Lulu, and then discard Shan Wu. And then Lulu effect, that's going to target Nian, send Chuchi, add City from deck to hand. And then Lulu brings itself out. Get rid of those for Stardust Charge Warrior. And then use that effect. I'm going to call it now. Watch. They're going to draw another Lancia off of this. Alright, draws Ash. We take those. And then get rid of those for Zulkin. And then set City. Zulkin effect. It's going to bring out the Crystal Wing from the extra deck. And then Shan Wu. That'll bring out Lulu. Discard Gamma. And then Neon effect, bring itself out. Then overlay into the Break Sword. Then set Qinglong, Break Sword effect. Pop Qinglong and Tiding. And then battle phase, poke for some damage. And then main phase 2. Gonna activate City, bring out Chuchi. And then throw Zeus on top of the Break Sword, pass turn. So a few interruptions. Draws Droplet. Yeah, it doesn't matter because Droplet, discard 2, negate these, pass. It's got a Crystal Wing, Zeus, Chuchi, Lancia, Ash, 3 interruptions on board, 2 in hand, follow-up plays. Standby drops Lancia, and then they just admit defeat. So, they were both main decking Lancia. Going on to the next game, we're going to see the Unforgiven go first. Opening hand is Kieran, Gamma, City, Gamma, City. Weird hand. Does have a hand trap going second at least. And then they have Ash, Chaos Space, Ravine, Tiding, Rocket Synchron. So the hand is definitely better this time around. Not going to just auto lose to a single Ash right away. So going to go main phase and then Chaos Space, get rid of Rocket Synchron, go add White Dragon from deck to hand. And then special summon White by banishing Rocket Synchron, turn that into a striker, and then you're going to get both the effects, go add Black and go add Boot. Chaos Space is such a good card. I'm never going to stop saying that. Chaos Space, and I can't believe they hit White and Black Dragon down the 1 to make us that way we can't see them as often because of how good they are. And then they go, oh, let's release Seyfried, which can add 1, and then add back Levy or Savage or whatever. And then let's also create Chaos Space, which is just a starter, extender, a draw card, an insane card. And then they're going to banish the Chaos Space, put White back to the bottom, draw into Red MD. And then activate Ravine, discard Red MD, go send Abs effect, go add Tracer. And then link those two off into a seal. And then black to go add white from deck to hand. And then normal summon out Tracer, that's going to pop the Ravine. And then bring out Recharger. So it's choosing to let all of this go through. Make LP go into Striker. And then LP effect, they're going to chain Gamma to this. Lets it resolve, and then bring out Driver from deck. And then Striker Dragon, pop itself, Recharger effect. That's going to bring out Red MD most likely. Yup, and then Red MD effect. That's going to bring out Tracer. And then turn those into a quad. Quad effect, pop itself, bring out Tracer and Recharger. And then turn those into a wonderful Papega Ruler. Effect, mill 5. Is going to hit Lancia and take it to hand. Aw, first card too. Wonderful. Also playing Reborn in the deck. That's different for sure. A lot of people, if they choose to play like other extenders in the deck, usually they'll fill that space with like Nocto. But choosing to play Reborn. And then set Tiding, activate Boot, and then pass, draw Kieran. And then drop Lancia in the standby or draw phase. Doesn't have to be afraid of getting hit by Gamma because Driver's already gone. And then we just see Virtual World admit defeat there. So now moving on into the wonderful, beautiful Game 3. We are going to see I Saw a Frog, Kissing My Girl go first. Opening hand is Kieran, Lancia, Anti-Spell, Desires, Ash. Oh, this Desires needs to bless them with a... Doesn't even have to be a good draw, just has to be a decent draw. Then they have Boo, Ash, World Legacy Guard, Dragon, White, Chaos Space. Oh, will they Ash Desires? Let's find out. Desires, banish 10. Oh, Ash Blossoms it. Yup, this is going to be rough for Virtual World. Plays, there can be only one. The card's pretty solid. And then set Anti-Spell, pass. I think Anti-Spell is probably better than there can only be one in this deck. I feel like there can only be one hurts my plays when I try playing this deck. Maybe I just don't know how to play with it right yet, because I've only played a few games where I've actually flipped TC Boo and like done Virtual World stuff. So maybe I'm just bad with it right now. I'm definitely going to do more testing, but currently I don't think this card's very good. I think like Anti-Spell is nice. Because you flip Anti-Spell and you have like Shen Anti-Spell, and it's like very hard to play through, and that's like a really easy board to like achieve. But they draw Droplet for turn, and then you're just going to flip Anti-Spell, and boom, no plays. Set 4, and then pass. Draw into 2/2. So will we see Zeus just go burr? We've seen Zeus go burr against a lot of set spells versus Anti-Spell in the last like week on the channel. Also, this isn't Lulu. Yeah, dump 2 to grave, bring itself out. Qinglong effect, go add Lulu, and then discard Ash, and then Lulu effect. That's gonna send Shan Wu, add City, and then bring itself out. And then Chu-Chi to up the level, get rid of those for a Stardust, or not up the level of Lulu, but lower the level of 2/2. And then get rid of those for Stardust. Oh, wow. Draws into there can be only one. Like, the game was already over, and it's just keep drawing these crazy cards. M7 effect, add back Lulu from the grave, and then battle phase, go poke for 27. M7's crazy. Like, this card's been nice in the deck forever. And then main phase 2, go into Zeus, and then Zeus effect, wipe the board, and just look at that. Crazy. Like the one anti-spell like traded with all of this. And then set, pass turn. So chooses, yeah, can't city into Chuchi. So this is weird then, because at the start of the turn, didn't they, yeah, they went Kieran to dump Shan Wu, and then dump Chuchi with Lulu, but couldn't they have just, I guess it wouldn't really matter. Yeah. Oh, this isn't bad, like for next turn. Then pass, draw Dark Ruler, and like, you know, they're not playing through like there can be only one Lancia. Like, even with like 6 cards in hand, they probably aren't playing through there can only be one Lancia. Said on standby, wants to drop Lancia, but needed nib or just a way to make seal, GG's. I feel like this turn could have been played out better. I don't know, I feel like there definitely was a mistake. But either way, they end up winning. Dragons just, you know, 4 spells versus anti-spell. What are you going to do? You just lose there. You don't really have much of a choice. You can also see them having like Droplet, Dark Ruler. I've seen a lot of people that play Virtual World, they just throw their entire hand onto the board and they end with like Dragoon with the end phase GG end. That's the only card in hand. They'll have a Dragoon, Crystal Wing, Shen, Chuchi, and then like a Lulu in hand, and they're like, wow, this is insane, and I have follow-up engraved. But like, that gets hit like hard by like Dark Ruler, Droplets, and stuff like that. I guess not like too hard, because like if they Droplets you, then they're down to like 2 cards. But I feel like ending on like a little bit worse board is probably better. Like if you just like take Shen out of the equation, but you get to keep like an extra Virtual World in hand, might be worth doing that. You know, just like having follow-ups is really good. I think the deck is kind of like salad now. You kind of just want to make like a decent enough end board to live to the next turn. And then if you live to the next turn, then your deck just really starts popping off. But it's not like your end boards are like bad like salads are, because like you actually get to end on like interruptions, solid interruptions. You just want to live to the next turn. That's pretty much all it is. I mean, that's how like every deck is. I mean, obviously you don't want to, you know, lose on that next. You don't want to lose, but like salad, if they live a turn, they pop off the next turn. Virtual World is the exact same, but Virtual World gets to like really pop off turn 1. It'll be cool to see how this deck does at the LCS. The LCS is this weekend, so who knows? Maybe we'll see Virtual World top. I feel like we'll end up seeing at least one Virtual World player top. There's a lot of people that are like full committed to this deck and are really good with it. But going over how long the match was only, well, it hasn't even ended yet technically. There we go. So ended at 20 minutes long. Really quick match. Really quick match. But that's going to be it for the video. I'm going to guess that the video itself is maybe 14 minutes exactly. And with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day.